It's Sunday at Coles and it's Murphy's Law. Went to the checkout, dropped one item. Guess what it was? Half a dozen eggs. And of course they broke. So that's typical. But actually the checkout chick was very good. She said I'd go back and grab another one. I said, oh gee, I didn't really want to go all the way back to the shelf and get another one because it's one of those express checkouts, so it's a bit difficult. But she got somebody else to do it for me, and she was very quick too, so that was good. Often they do that, and the people in the store have absolutely no idea where the item is. I know they've got a lot of items on hand, but I suppose eggs are fairly generic, so that's a fairly easy one. But I've had situations where they just wander off and never come back. But that didn't happen today. It was very good. So a good Coles story on a Sunday. There you go. Not all negative. Actually, the rest of the checkout girls are pretty good there, actually. Yeah, thinking about possibly reviewing all the subscribed channels that I've got, because I've got quite a few now. Give a little bit of a critique on each one. Obviously, it'd be fairly positive. I wouldn't be subscribed to them unless I thought they had something to offer. But it's a varied group of different types of channels, so might be of some interest to people, might be a total turn off. I don't know, but yeah, it'd be an interesting exercise anyway. Could do just a little screed about each one, and well, keep it moving. It won't make it too ponderous, and that seems to be the trick. Online, I actually had someone gave me a like today. They sent a message saying they liked my site, which I was quite surprised at. Surprised anybody watches it. But yeah, there's some. That's the thing about about YouTube. It's real narrow casting, because you can have very much niche audiences everywhere, as opposed to the mainstream media, which has to pitch to the Mr. Average, or what they perceive as Mr. Average, and provide a lot of stuff that I think is fairly second rate. Overall, I find there's a lot more depth in content on YouTube. It means that some people can obviously waffle, but if they do, they won't get an audience. But there's some very intelligent people who have channels on YouTube, as intelligent, if not more so, and I'd probably say more so than most people in the media, most reporters and what have you. The commentary is definitely superior. It's not like I'm slumming it. It's my go-to place. I watched a new finance station on broadcast TV that was recommended by a friend, and I just found it unwatchable because it's all the flashy sets, the beautiful people presenting, but they don't take ownership what they're talking about. Whereas when you've got these other sites, you don't have these agendas, these YouTube sites. So people are genuinely interested in the topic they're pitching. They're not going to make a fortune. Well, some do. PewDiePie, who's a Swede, and he does satirical sort of game review stuff. I actually started watching one of those sites just recently, and actually, ironically, also a Swede. Maybe they've got a knack with this type of genre, I don't know. But, oh God, the traffic's just Sunday, for God's sake. It's worse than a weekday. Yeah, but this guy's got about 1.7 million subscribers. And all he does is he plays games, video games, and he just talks his way through it, provides a commentary. He just records them in about 35 to 37 minute episodes, and he grabs a big audience. So potentially with advertising, what have you, could be doing quite well. With the likes of Patreon, who have basically gone down the gurgle a bit, because Subscribe Star's back up and running, which is fantastic, because They're the main competition to Patreon. Apparently they take a bigger percentage, but hopefully they won't harass the people that are on their platform and cut them off for political reasons, which I find despicable, but it's the way of big tech at the moment. So that's interesting. Yeah, just because I've been checking out these video games, I've actually come across a few people presenting, and they've got their own styles. But this guy seems to be the most popular that I've seen. PewDiePie might do different types of games. Given the quality of movies that are produced these days from Hollywood, I would say that that's a shrinking revenue base anyway. So these films, these video games, the quality of the graphics is getting so good that it almost feels as like you're immersed in a storyline that's written, because you have a lot of control and a lot of options, and you have real characters wandering around. You can see their faces, and they even age. So it's getting much more sophisticated, and traditional entertainment with scripted content, well, that may not be so prevalent. There might be like a hybrid between scripted and improv that you do yourself. So I can see that as a definite possibility. And of course, you could split it off like YouTube has, with much more in the way of niche markets, getting games specifically for different types of niches. So yeah, but no, apparently it is that big. It's like I say, bigger than Hollywood. And Hollywood used to be the main export revenue generator for America. I was quite surprised when I read that. But I guess now games might be, unless overseas countries have a greater share. I think Australia used to do okay in games. It's one area we did do alright. Some of the software that was produced here wasn't too bad. So that's nice for a change. Very, very rare to get a high-tech hero in this country, apart from, say, Cochlear. Please consider subscribing to my channel if you think there's anything there of use to you, or entertainment, or whatever. And either do that or give me a thumbs up, or if you're feeling really energetic, do both. That'd be great. But please don't ignore me. That's the worst thing you can do on YouTube, is be ignored.